Can you tell me about, what you feel? We talked in the preseason about what the strengths of the team were. What do you feel going into the season now?
Yeah, obviously we feel like on the offensive side of the ball, we have a really veteran offensive line. So we're hoping those guys will be fantastic for us in terms of protection and run blocking. And then we feel like we got a lot of talent at the wide receiver position too. So obviously KB was a 1,000-yard receiver last year, first team all conference. Sam East was off to a great start, unfortunately because of injuries, only got to play 3 games. So we feel like, if those guys are healthy, they're a really dynamic group at receiver, and hopefully they'll make some big plays for us in the passing game.
The defense returns a lot of experience, but obviously there was a ton of turnover on the defensive line. Tell us how that's going.
Yeah, so obviously we had 3 all-conference D linemen last year that left. Really big culture guys. They were all here for at least 4 or 5 years, but they were all elite, top-heavy. I think this year we're not as top-heavy. We're more deep, and I think you could say that's arguably better. Like, we had a lot of top-heavy players. Now we have guys that are younger from last year that are now going to step up into starter roles, rotating. So I think that we're going to be great at D-line again. It's just more of like we got to get guys up to speed with how we do things and bring a veteran presence to the D-line.
Coaches have talked about the depth on this year's team. You feel that's the case?
Yes, sir. I think that, last year we had a lot of star power. I think that we still had that star power, but it's going to look a little different. And the difference between this year and last year is I think that we will have, our 2-3 deep is full of quality players. So, I think that we'll see a lot of guys get rotated in and out and, produce.
Tell us how the preseason has gone for you guys.
Personally, I've been dealing with some injuries in the offseason, so it's been kind of up and down for me. But the team as a whole, I gotta say, I think we're coming together really well. We have really good chemistry this year. I wasn't sure how we were going to deal with the loss of Corey and Leek and Malley and Nick and all those D linemen, but I gotta say Nate and our D line has really stepped up, and I feel like they really were even just as good as we were last year, if not better.
What can you tell your team about the fans about the quarterback situation going into the season?
Yeah, obviously we're still battling that position out. I think we have talent there. It's just a matter of getting them experience and getting them to play up to their talent level.
And how are you feeling about the linebacker core?
Man, our linebacker core I think is the best it's ever been, to be honest with you. I think we have a lot of guys that can play. Last year we kind of just kept 3 guys in the whole game. I think this year we could see 5 or 6 people, maybe 7 even rotating. I think that's something that every team would wish to have at the linebacker position, so I'm excited to see that.
What is your outlook going into the season opener that's closing in now?
I think that everybody's excited. We've been in camp hitting each other for the past, 2 weeks nonstop. So I think having an opponent, somebody across from us that wears colors other than ourselves, it's always exciting. So I think that we're ready to get out there and show everybody what we got.
What would you say the goals are for the team this year going into the season? You tied for first place last year in the PSAC West. How about this year?
It's kind of the same as it was last year. We're starting 0-0. Every week we're 0-0. We just want to go 1-0 every week and be the best we can be.